Hello, YouTube world. I want to talk to you about the death of Taylor Hawkins 2 days ago. You probably heard the famous drummer for the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, considered by many to be one of the best drummers in the world, passed away in Bogota, Colombia, while on tour this Saturday, last Saturday. And if you look at the headlines, you'll see that the authorities in Colombia are saying that he had all kinds of drugs in his hotel room where he was found dead. That's, as we know, a very common coincidence we tend to find in these celebrity deaths is they always tend to be found with a lot of drugs on them. I'm not confirming nor denying whether that was really true. I'm just saying that tends to always be the case, that you tend to always read about these celebrities who die under bizarre circumstances at a young age, sometimes under questionable circumstances. They always tend to be found with large amounts of drugs in the room around them. So it says that they found 10 substances in Taylor Hawkins' hotel room when they found him dead: marijuana, opioids, heroin, antidepressants, so on, so forth. And apparently, they initially reported Taylor Hawkins' death to be an overdose, but they later backtracked and retracted that. And apparently, the cause of death they're now giving is a cardiovascular collapse. And they're saying that his heart was 2 times the size of a normal heart for a man at his age, 50 years old. So, quite strange. A healthy man drops dead at 50 unexpectedly. I don't know. It was rumored that he had taken the juice, the jab, that he'd had 3 doses of the juice, the jab. And as many as you probably know, Dave Grohl, the lead singer for Foo Fighters, for the last several months has been insisting that everybody is fully jabbed to attend his concerts. He'd caught a lot of backlash over that, justifiably so. Taylor Hawkins found dead 2 days ago. Where this gets really interesting is, if you've not seen it, the Foo Fighters just came out with a movie called Studio 66. Studio 666. And here we have the official trailer I'm going to play for you of Studio 666. I mean, you can't get more blatant than that, can you? Studio 666. Right out there putting the number of the beast. And this is a new movie starring the Foo Fighters, and apparently it's out right now. I think it came out right at the end of February. So let's go ahead and play the trailer. And notice this immediately before I play the trailer, that the trailer is 2 minutes, 23 seconds long. Well, where do we see that? That's the direct opposite of 322, Skull and Bones 322. And we often see in code all the time, we see that 223, the opposite of 322. You'll see the Skull and Bones 322. And all the time in the media and articles, we'll see the opposite of this, 223. These occultists and elites and Masons and Satanists like to use the opposite 322, the 223, all the time. And here we have the trailer is 2 minutes 23 seconds long, 223. So let's go ahead and play this trailer for this Studio 666 movie.
Fighters, you gotta get me a record.
It's our 10th album. We gotta break the mold.
Foo Fighters, you gotta get me a record.
It's our 10th album. We gotta break the mold on this one.
About time. Let's go somewhere we've never been.
This place is amazing.
Do you guys get this overwhelming sense of death?
Whoa.
Doesn't really seem like the right fit.
Whoa, that's rad. That was weird.
The sound of this house is the sound of album 10.
All right, you guys, amps, living room.
Let me apologize in advance for all the rock we're about to make.
Got a couple of ideas I've been working on. I'll lay them on you.
Dude, wait. It's called Everlong, and you wrote it about 20 years ago.
How you feeling? Everything okay?
Ever since we moved into this house, my mind is flooded.
We all have writer's block.
This is not just a creepy rock and roll house. It allows spiritual entities to cross into our world.
So, there you have it. The house allows spiritual entities to cross into our world, talking about demonism, witchcraft, demons. There you saw a demon manifesting.
Oh my God!
More demons manifesting.
Dude has got one.
And we see Dave Grohl here possessed with black eyes. And, this is something we've been hearing lately with the juice, is people's eyes going black. I don't know. That's been something that has been spoken about lately. And that is a real phenomenon from what I've read. I've never seen it personally myself, someone's eyes going all black, but apparently other people have literally seen demonic possession where the eyes go all black.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest crazy.
It's this place, man. Let's finish the track.
Can't we just wait, dude?
Play the drums.
We just wait, dude.
So there we see again a demonic manifestation with Dave Grohl, totally black eyes, vampire, jagged demonic teeth.
The drums.
You found a new musical note?
Yes, I did.
It's an L.
Any chefs in the group?
I'm pretty handy on the grill.
Yeah, you like your meat charred and dry.
He does make a killer barbecue.
What do we do?
We go save his ass.
So I don't know, but apparently looks like he's killing a guy here.
He does make.
And we see Dave Grohl once again with this demonic possession manifesting in the movie with the jagged vampire demon teeth, the cross mocking Jesus Christ.
Killer barbecue.
What do we do?
We go save his ass.
So we see a book of witchcraft, demonic manifestation.
Is the album almost done?
Yeah, it's killer.
Here you go, man. Finish the song.
You did.
And the end of this is really interesting. I don't know. I've not seen this movie. Probably not going to see it. Probably not going to waste my time. But, someone that's seen this movie could help on this. It looks to me like Taylor Hawkins. I don't know if Taylor Hawkins is killed in this movie or if this is just a trailer, but they're making it look like Taylor Hawkins dies in this movie.
Here you go, man. Finish the song.
You did.
So I'm not sure if that literally happens in the movie, but here you see it. They make it look in this trailer very much like Taylor Hawkins gets killed and dies in the movie.
Here you go, man. Finish the song.
You did. You did.
And this is not the first time that a healthy man has died under bizarre circumstances around Dave Grohl, which we'll talk about in a moment. Um, so if you look at the Foo Fighters Instagram page, you'll see it's just loaded with occult uh, and satanic symbolism. And you could spend a long time looking at this, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to look at a few images here. Let's take a closer look at a few images. So, one of these, the Foo Fighters apparently have a new song out called Dream Widow. And here in this photo, you see a beating heart inside a symbol that looks very much like the sigil of Saturn and also like the Freemason compass and square. Here we see the sigil of Saturn. Right here, you'll see on the screen. And as you notice, it looks very similar to the symbol for this Foo Fighters song, Dream Widow. The sigil of Saturn is very commonly used in witchcraft, spell casting, so forth. Here you see a book on it. It's not even, pretty common knowledge, not even hidden. Here you see like the tarot cards, the candles, the crystals, obviously witchcraft, and the sigil of Saturn. So the sigil of Saturn, an occult symbol commonly used in witchcraft, spell casting, so forth. And we rebuke it right now in Jesus Christ's name. But just to expose the works of the enemy is we're supposed to Ephesians 5:11, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And so this symbol looks very much like the sigil of Saturn, and also like the Freemason compass and square. No coincidence there. I'm sure you see it. Sigil of Saturn, Freemason compass and square, and this symbol for the new song Dream Widow for Foo Fighters. Sigil of Saturn, compass and square. And if we look at another image for the Foo Fighters, we'll see a lot more occult symbolism. Here we see all over the place the lightning bolts. And I actually want to just mention a scripture on that. This is Jesus Christ speaking, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So whenever we see that lightning bolt, as I've mentioned before, and many, many people also mention, it symbolizes Satan. And here we see these lightning bolts going out of the hands, just like the god Zeus, which represents Satan. We see these lightning bolts here up at the top. Here we see the devil horn hand signs at the top. Here we see dragons. Here we see serpents. We see skulls. A lot of skulls here at the bottom, here in the middle. The red probably represents blood. Take note of this, a 666 at the top. We see both of the O's in Foo are upside down sixes. Here you see 6, 6. Then the G for fighters is a regular side up 6. So here we see 666. Both these are upside down, but 6, 6, 6. Lightning bolts all over the place. So just all kinds of massive occult symbolism in this Foo Fighters poster for March, Mexico City. Skulls, devil horn hand signs, lightning bolts, snakes and serpents, dragons, blood, 666, more lightning bolts. more serpents. I'm sure there's more and more and more if we spend enough time on this, but you get the picture. And want to look at one other photo. This is the Foo Fighters logo. And, take note that the letter F is the sixth letter of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F. It's the sixth letter of the alphabet. So in gematria, FF is 66. So you can read this FF inside the circle as a 66, a 66 inside the circle. And isn't it interesting that the Foo Fighters also have 6 band members? So Foo Fighters, you have 6 band members. The logo, the double F is 66. So 6 band members, FF 666. Just like the movie Studio 666, their new movie. And, Dave Grohl, I'm sure many people are familiar with the Kurt Cobain death, which happened in, I believe it was 1994, when Kurt Cobain died. And so something else to mention is, so with Taylor Hawkins dying, this is not the first time that Dave Grohl has been around someone that has died really unexpectedly at a young age. So Kurt Cobain, lead singer of Nirvana, dies in 1994. They called it a suicide. And I'm not going to confirm or deny. It's just a rumor. There's a common rumor out there that Kurt Cobain may have been a blood sacrifice for Dave Grohl. I'm not saying that's the truth, YouTube high priest out there. I'm just saying that was a rumor. It's been a rumor for many years that Kurt Cobain was a blood sacrifice for Dave Grohl. And they also apparently found heroin with Cobain, and that was part of the story, was that he was on heroin and committed suicide. But Cobain dies in 1994. Dave Grohl, remind you, was the drummer for Nirvana back then in 94, the time of Kurt Cobain's death. So Kurt Cobain dies in 1994. The same year, Foo Fighters was established in Seattle. Dave Grohl, their frontman, their lead singer, establishes Foo Fighters in 1994. They release an album, and Dave Grohl becomes very famous right after the death of Kurt Cobain. It's been rumored that Cobain was a blood sacrifice for Dave Grohl. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that, but here we have once again a band member dying around Dave Grohl. Taylor Hawkins dead last Saturday, 50 years old, perfectly healthy man. Very strange. They're calling it cardiovascular collapse, and they're saying there were a lot of drugs found around him. I don't know. Very strange and suspicious if you ask me. And we see the Studio 666 movie. I don't know what really happens in this movie, the 223, of course, but on this trailer, they make it look like that Taylor Hawkins dies in the movie, maybe even killed by Dave Grohl.
Here you go, man. Finish the song.
You did.
Quite strange. So, and then of course we see all the satanic occult symbolism in these images from the Foo Fighters Instagram, these posters and marketing materials for Foo Fighters. So there you have it. Pretty clear, that something is going on here, that this band obviously is in the occult. I don't want to say too much, but strange death of Taylor Hawkins, and I just bring this up, Ephesians 5:11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So that's just what we're trying to do here, is expose all works of darkness. Taylor Hawkins, dead at 52 years ago, and you sure hope that somehow he repented and knew the Lord before his death. So anyhow, just wanted to put this information out there. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you real soon.